So this last group of cars now, these were the cars that all didn't get a chance to set a lap because their cars were apparently damaged on um, pit road from contact here. So they're all going to get a shot here to set a time here. So I don't know if you're going to see much out of this group because there's not a whole lot of cars out there. But there is sometimes you got to beat, and we're going to see if they can, because there are a couple of quick cars in here. Paul Athanos' Ferrari, the Roman Rahal car is really quick. Casper Towers is in there. Johnson Freeman, known for it. But this is only a 5-minute session, so you got to hurry up and get onto this grid if you're going to have any shot at this, to be honest with you. So this will be very interesting here as Rahal comes around. Hopefully everybody will leave the pits this time. There's Thanos coming out. So Roman Rahal has no help, though. That's going to be the problem with this extra session, is that there's no help for any of these drivers. So you've got to be very concerned with that if you're some of these drivers out here. You've got to be out there, and they can't be dawdling on pit road either. Freeman, Martini, Lethinen, and Towers can't be dawdling on pit road like they're doing. And they are dawdling on pit road. And yeah, Roman Rahal's time's not even good enough. Not even good enough right now. There's Freeman coming out, but yeah, I don't see much because there's no drafting help. There's nothing in the terms of drafting help to help these guys out. There's just simply not enough cars out there. So they probably could have gotten their cars out there, but they just didn't. And it's going to screw them over, I think, because now there's not enough cars on the track to really get a good run on people. I mean, Rahal's trying his best all alone, but maybe he can get into the qualifiers, but I don't think Rahal, because they were the main proponents on this. And I think we have everybody out on track right now. If we don't, then it's their own fault, but I mean, maybe Cherry can try something here, but Casper Towers is very slow. And I'm not seeing anything, really, out of this group. I mean, Thanos might get some drafting help off Torres here, off Richard Torres, but I'm not seeing much, honestly, here. Thanos gets a ton of time, though, because she's drafting with Torres, but Torres is just so slow right now. In comparison, and Thanos, there's just not enough stuff to work with. Rahal has nothing. Well, Rahal might get Casper Towers on this next lap. And Rahal goes up to 35.0, but you've got to be a 34.4 to get in. So he's got to gain almost a full second onto somebody here. And just not happening because a lot of these cars aren't very fast that didn't start. Looks like a Thanos got into the 34s, but simply not enough. Lethinen could be a fun one to watch here. Oh, and we already got Johnson Freeman blowing up, too. So there went his chance out the door, too. And I don't think any of these cars are even going to make the qualifiers at this rate. I mean, maybe Thanos and Rahal might, but there's not a big point to this, to be honest with you. I'm not sure why, when they could have just fixed the cars and brought it out. They had 10 minutes to fix the little bit of damage they got. But this is pretty useless, to be honest with you. But I'm interested to see. There's no... Well, Lethinen could work with Thanos here a little bit. Or Lethinen could work with Rahal, but nope. Lost too much speed. Oh, crash. Cherry lost control of his car, and he's going to fall out. But Cherry's got nothing there as somebody hits the wall too, trying to avoid. That's Torres. So I'm seeing virtually nothing here. Virtually nothing. So Cavagnaro's safe on his pole. So we're in standby mode. And we got nothing, really. Nothing at all. That being said, I think we are, pretty much done here. Yeah, nothing really out of this group. Nobody locked themselves in, so... Yep, they're all either in the qualifier or not. So that's the end of the session. We're going to see what the big board shows. So with that, nothing's really changed. You can see Thanos got herself into the qualifying races, as did Ray Hall. And I want to say someone else did too. Ray Hall, and I think Lethinen, wherever he is. Yes, Lethinen barely made it. It bumped Dilpair, Rowe, and Sam Curtis into the Richard Baxter You Tried race. But other than that, nothing else has really changed. So your pole sitter today is Alan Cavagnaro, with Jeffrey Finguy in the middle of the front row, and then Olivier on the outside. So this is going to be your starting grid for the American 700. And the final 2 spots will come from someone in this. Everybody else. And then for the You Tried race, it is the order backwards. So Malik Nevins will be on the pole as so it will be backwards, this group. So that'll be a little bit fun, to say the least. So the last car on the grid will probably be Rowe, but I'm kind of surprised that not one full-time car got stuck in the Baxter race. So, oh yeah, I'm sorry, I take that back. There are some full-time cars in here. Oops. Well, with that being said, we will see you. I think the next thing we will see you for is the Richard Baxter You Tried race. So we'll see you then.